Have you ever felt that the life you live isn't the whole story? That just beneath the surface of everything you know, something is waiting to awaken? A strange moment when the world around you feels less solid, when everything you thought was real begins to feel like a dream. Deep inside, there is a whisper, a voice that says, "Wake up." This is the first call of spiritual awakening, a moment when your soul begins to remember. Spiritual awakening is not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you truly are. It is the moment when the illusion of ordinary reality begins to crack, and a deeper truth starts to shine through. In this film, you and I will go on a journey into the heart of awakening. We will uncover what spiritual awakening really is, the 12 powerful signs that your soul is shifting into a higher state of consciousness, and how you can begin walking this path yourself. For centuries, mystics, philosophers, and seekers have spoken of this moment. Buddha called it enlightenment. Carl Jung called it individuation. Modern science calls it a shift in consciousness. But no matter the name, this experience is universal. It is the soul's way of whispering, "You are more than you think. Wake up and remember." Welcome to the journey of spiritual awakening. Spiritual awakening is not an escape from life. It is life, finally seen with clear eyes. For most of your life, you have been living through filters, beliefs, fears, expectations passed to you by family, society, and culture. You didn't choose them. They became the lens through which you see everything. Spiritual awakening is the moment that lens begins to crack, and for the first time, you glimpse reality without distortion. Some describe it as bliss. Others describe it as chaos. Both are true. Because to awaken is to see all of it, the light and the shadow, the beauty and the illusion, and to realize they are both part of the same truth. For some, it begins as a crisis, when life falls apart, when nothing makes sense anymore. You feel like everything is breaking, but in truth, it is falling into place. For others, it starts with a single moment of stillness, a quiet realization that the world is not as solid as it seems, but the essence is the same. Awakening is remembering who you truly are beneath the noise, beneath the roles you play, beneath the story you were told. The ego wants to be someone. Your soul only wants to be. This is why spiritual awakening often feels both terrifying and liberating. A part of you dies, but what is born is the real you. Imagine the world as a dream. For years, you have been walking inside that dream, believing it's all there is. Then one day, a crack appears in the illusion, light seeps through, and you realize you were never the dream. You were the dreamer. Buddha described it as waking up from sleep. Carl Jung called it the process of becoming whole. Different words, different cultures, the same experience. And now, you are here, listening, feeling something stir inside you. That is not an accident. That is the first step. Before we can understand the signs, there is something you must know. Spiritual awakening is not a single moment. It is a series of openings, little cracks in the shell of who you thought you were. And with every crack, light comes through. These signs are not random. They are the language of your soul, the gentle, powerful way your true self begins to emerge. If you feel even one of these signs, your soul is already waking up. The path has already begun. A feeling that reality is not what it seems. At first, it's subtle. A quiet sense that something about life feels off. The walls of what you call normal begin to feel thin. You notice moments that don't fit, as if the world itself is whispering, "Look closer. This is not all there is." It's as if you are living in a dream, and for the first time, you notice it. This is the first crack in the illusion. Loss of interest in material things. The things that once defined you, possessions, status, approval, suddenly lose their grip. You feel a quiet shift. What fades no longer holds meaning. Instead, you begin to crave something deeper, something real, something that cannot be bought or taken away. Emotional waves and sudden healing. Your heart begins to open. Old wounds rise to the surface, not to hurt you, but to be released. You cry without knowing why. You laugh at the smallest things. Your emotions become rivers, washing you clean, making space for the soul to speak. A deep sense of connection with everything. You stand under the sky and feel it breathe with you. You look at a stranger and see the same light in their eyes. For the first time, you understand. Nothing is separate. The divine lives in all things, and it has always lived in you. Intense synchronicities, numbers, symbols, patterns, they begin to follow you, appearing again and again, until you can no longer call it coincidence. It feels as if the universe itself is reaching out to speak to you. And deep down, you know it is. The collapse of old beliefs. Truth begins to burn away the lies you lived in. It can be disorienting. The things you were certain of crumble. But in the space they leave behind, something new is born. A space for truth to finally enter. A longing for solitude. The noise of the world becomes heavy. Your soul craves silence, stillness. You seek the sound of your own being. It's not loneliness. It's coming home. Heightened sensitivity. You begin to feel more. The energy of a room. The pain and joy of others. The beauty of the smallest moments. Your heart becomes an instrument, and the world is playing through it. A pull towards spiritual knowledge. Books, ancient texts, teachers. They call to you. You devour wisdom as if you've been starving for lifetimes. Because in truth, you have. Your soul is remembering the language it has always spoken. A sense of purpose awakening within you. It's not ambition. It's not about ego. It is a quiet knowing. I am here for something greater. Something only you can bring into this world. Something your soul has carried since the beginning. A death of the old self. Pieces of you begin to fall away. Identities, relationships, habits. It feels like loss, but it is not death. It is rebirth. The shell is breaking, so the real you can step into the light. Moments of pure presence and peace. And then one day, for a brief second, everything stops. No past, no future, only now. And in that stillness, you meet yourself. You realize the truth you have been seeking was never far away. It has always been here. It has always been you. Now that you've seen the signs, the question becomes, how do you walk this path? Spiritual awakening is not a destination. It's not a mountain you climb or a trophy you win. It is a path, a living, breathing journey that unfolds with every step you take. And here is the truth. There is no single way to walk it. Every soul awakens in its own time, in its own rhythm. Your journey will not look like anyone else's, and that is exactly how it's meant to be. Step 1. Surrender. The old awakening begins not by adding more, but by letting go. Old stories, old identities, old beliefs that once defined you. You don't need to destroy them. You simply let them fall away, like autumn leaves, making space for the new to emerge. Sometimes this feels like losing yourself, but you are not losing you. you are losing everything you are not. Step 2. Embrace the silence. In a world full of noise, silence becomes sacred. Spiritual awakening calls you into stillness. Find moments, even small ones, to simply sit and breathe. No phone, no distractions, just you and the sound of your own being. In that silence, the voice of your soul becomes clear. It's been there all along. You just needed to quiet the world to hear it. Step 3. Trust the unknown. Awakening will not give you all the answers at once. In fact, it often takes them away. Your mind will want certainty. Your soul will offer mystery. Learn to trust the space between who you were and who you are becoming. That space is sacred. It's the cocoon before the wings. Step 4. Go inward. The answers you seek are not out there. They are within you. Meditation, journaling, shadow work. These are not just practices. They are doorways into yourself. Every time you turn inward, you peel back another layer of illusion. And beneath it, you find you. Step 5. Be gentle. Awakening is not a race. It's not about reaching a perfect state or getting it right. There will be days of clarity and days of confusion, moments of light and moments of shadow. That's not failure. That's balance. Be gentle with yourself. The soul awakens the way a flower blooms, not all at once, but petal by petal. Step 6. Live the truth. Spiritual awakening is not just an inner experience. It's how you show up in the world, how you love, how you listen, how you walk through life with open eyes and an open heart. The more you live from this truth, the more the path reveals itself. And so, the journey of spiritual awakening is not about becoming someone else. It's about coming home to yourself. It is remembering that beneath every layer of fear and story, beneath every illusion, you are already whole. You are already light. And the path, it was never outside. It was always within. You felt the whisper. You heard the call. And now, you know. From the first question, who am I really? To the cracks in the illusion, to the moments of light breaking through the shadow, you have walked the first steps of your awakening. But this is not the end. This is the beginning of living fully awake. The world around you may look the same, but you are not the same. You see with new eyes now. Eyes that can recognize the light beneath every fear. Eyes that can see the infinite truth beneath every illusion. Spiritual awakening is not a path outside. It is a path inward. And with every step you take, you are coming home. As you continue your soul path, remember this: you are not alone. Every soul that awakens sends out a spark, and together, those sparks become a new dawn. If this journey touched something inside you, subscribe and join the soul path. Together, we will walk this awakening, one breath, one step, one soul at a time.